guys. So I'm Melanie Cobley with Endorphin Junkies, Release Your Endorphins, and today I am going to talk to you about some safety stuff for you and your dog if you decide to go canicrossing with them or any other form of doggy joring or just taking your dog out for a walk. So if you caught my last two videos, I described to you what canicrossing and doggy joring is. And then I went over some training tips and techniques with you to help you train your dog so that your runs are more enjoyable. So today we're talking safety, right? And I apologize, I tried to record the video and I actually went through my whole entire spiel of everything and it only recorded 6 minutes of it. So we're gonna try live. Alright, so safety. The first topic I'm going to cover is being visible, okay? When you take your dogs out canicrossing, jogging, running, whatever it is you're doing with them, you want to make sure that both of you are visible to oncoming traffic, to bystanders. If you live in an area where it's rural and there's hunters, you want to be visible, right? So I happen to live in a very rural area. We live out in the middle of nowhere, so when I take my dogs canicrossing, it's on a dirt road or a trail through the woods, and we have a lot of hunters in our area. We have a lot of crazy drivers that think that dirt roads are a free-for-all and have no speed limit. We've almost been hit I don't know how many times, and I'm quite certain that if I didn't have some of the reflective gear on, they probably would have run all three of us over. Kind of scary. I had to literally take my dogs and jump off to the side of the road one time. And then the guy was like, "I'm so sorry. Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, but you need to slow down, dude." So, alright, anyhow. Visibility, it's important. So when I go out running, my dogs, I usually wear a really, really bright shirt. Okay, so this one is a really bright pink color. My belt is red, so it's pretty bright too. And then if it's kind of dark like this and gloomy, I like to wear even more stuff. I like to wear some reflective stuff. So this is a little armband that I got from, I think, Walmart. I think the batteries are dead in it now. But it actually lights up and blinks, or it has just one steady light on it. So you can put that up here on your arm so that you're more visible. Another great thing that you can use to be more visible are safety belts. So I kind of stole these from my husband. They were his when he was in the military. Go Army! And these suckers have high visibility. So when it's dark and gloomy like this, or if it's foggy, if it's raining, or if it's snowing really hard, these are what I put on. So I'll put one of these on my waist. If I'm wearing a pack or something, I will put one on the outside of it so that when somebody comes up behind me, they can see me really, really well. So I mentioned hunting season. We have a lot of hunters that come out here. I think I got these at Walmart. They were like 3 for 99 cents. They're just mesh orange hunting vests. These work really well to increase your visibility during hunting season. I actually wear one myself, and then I have one for each of my dogs. I'll post some pictures in the blog to show you what they look like on them with their harnesses. Because I don't want somebody to mistake me for a deer or a bear or a turkey, and I don't want my dogs to be mistaken for an animal that is being hunted. Alright, so we talked about visibility. So I'm going to talk about safety with the weather conditions. Okay? So I live in Pennsylvania, and we have a wide array of weather conditions here. One day it'll be 90 degrees, the next day it's snowing, literally. So warm weather, hot weather. You need to be careful how hot it is when you take your dogs out. For the love of God, please be careful. If you're running on concrete or pavement or any type of surface that the sun is directly hitting, be mindful about how hot that surface gets, okay? Your dog's feet don't have protection. They don't have rubber soles protecting them from that heat, so that surface could burn them and really hurt them. So if you're running in an area like that, be mindful of how hot it is. Also, be mindful of hydration for your dog. They actually need more water than we do. So if you're running your dogs a lot and you don't have easy access to water, I recommend that you buy something like this little Camelback here, especially if you're going out for longer distances with your dogs. This guy's great with the bladder filled. It weighs maybe 7 pounds. It's not too bad to go jogging with. It doesn't bounce around a whole lot. It has some nice storage compartments too. And I got these squishy silicone bowls at Aldi's. I think I got 2 of them for like $6. They work really well so that I can fill the bowl up with water for my dogs if I can't find a stream or a creek for them to cool off in and get a drink. Or if you're in an area where the water's real stagnant and gross looking, you don't really want to let your dogs drink too much of that. It can give them a nasty bacterial infection, which, trust me, you don't want. So, squishy bowl, Camelback. You don't need anything too extravagant. I think Walmart sells versions of these that are pretty cheap, maybe like 20 bucks. This guy goes for $40 or $50 at an outdoor store. And you can find other squishy bowls at a lot of outdoor stores like REI and Dick's. Sporting Goods has stuff like that. So make sure the surface isn't too hot for your dog's feet when you go running, especially if you have a lot of concrete and pavement and your dogs can't get off of the sidewalk or the pavement onto a grassy area. Make sure that you're well hydrated and your dogs are well hydrated too. And all year round, you should be wearing sunscreen for yourself, even in the winter. Now, personally, I'm a cold weather runner. I love running in the winter. And my husky appreciates the winter running too. She doesn't like running in the summer. So with my dogs, if it's 70 degrees out, we go for shorter runs, okay? We don't go for real long runs, maybe 2 miles at most. But if it hits like 80 degrees or hotter, usually I don't take my dogs with me. I go solo. Now for the cold weather, I mean, we'll go out running in negative 15 degree weather. Both of them are big enough and furry enough that they can handle it. So for winter, right? I love my yak tracks for winter running because they give you grip on the ice. I have only slipped one time during all my years of winter running and wearing these guys, and that was mostly due to the road just being really wonky and uneven. But yak tracks are a great device for winter running to give you traction, and when you have 2 big dogs pulling you, you definitely want something on your feet that will give you traction on the ice. Vibram 5 Finger, I believe, came out with a new version. They're kind of like yak tracks, so they slip over your shoes, but it's like a rubber sock that goes over the sole of your shoes, and it gives you grip on literally like any type of surface that you can imagine. I haven't tried them yet, but when I get a pair and I try them this winter, I'll definitely do a review for you guys and let you know. So if you are going to do winter running with your dogs, a product I highly recommend is something like Musher's Secret. It is a all-natural wax that you goop up on your hands and you rub it onto the pads of your dog's feet. What this wax does is it protects your dog's feet from the chemicals and the salt that they use on the roads. So that de-icers and the salts, they can actually leave a chemical burn on your dog's feet, which would not feel very good. And they also prevent the snow from forming snowballs in their fur. So the snow just wipes right off of their feet and they don't get a buildup of it. Alright, so I covered a lot of stuff with you guys for safety today. I hope that you've had some valuable tips from me and that you found some of my information useful. Ooh, the one thing I forgot to tell you. Okay, before you go out running with your dogs, especially if you are anywhere, actually, anywhere you go running, if you're by yourself, please tell somebody where you're going. Don't just head out for a run and not let somebody know. I mean, even if you got to call your mom or one of your friends to say, hey, I'm going out on this run, I'm taking this route, I should be back about this time. Just let somebody know where you're going, all right? There's some great apps that you can download that, like Road ID is one of them, right? You can share your app with like your husband or your wife, your girlfriend, your brother, your kid, whomever you want to be your safety contact, and it actually tells them live where you're running and where you're currently at. And it has an emergency feature on it that you can push that automatically dials like 911. It's pretty awesome. So make sure that you have something like that on your phone, or at the very least, you're letting somebody know where you're going. Like I always tell my husband, hey, I'm leaving at this time, I'm going on this route. This is the distance, this is the time I anticipate being back. If my dogs and I are feeling good, we're going to take an extended route and go, an extra 3 miles this way. And if we do that, then we should be back at this time. So that's what I do. And if he's not home, I can't get a hold of him, I let my brother know or my mom, and I leave a note on our whiteboard for my husband. So I hope you guys get out there and actually do try some canicross with your dogs if you so desire to. It is really, really enjoyable. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is not go live. I am going to find a way to record on my phone a little bit longer than 6 minutes. And I'm actually going to show you what it's like to go canicrossing with your dogs. So I'm going to record my run with my dogs for you guys. So you can see them misbehaving and you can see how I correct them. You can see the safety gear that we're wearing. And you can kind of see all of the stuff put together. So I hope that you can join me tomorrow, and feel free to leave your feedback in the comments below. Feel free to leave me any questions that you have about canicrossing or running with your dogs in general. I'd love to hear it. Or if you do the sport already or you run with your dogs in a different way, feel free to share with me. I'd love to hear it. If you have other tips and advice, something that works well for your dogs, share away. Okay, it was great hanging with you guys. I hope you all have a great Friday. And if you so desire, it is Flex Friday. So I want to see those guns. Post some pictures. Okay, peace out, y'all. See you later.